Hi guys, this is Carl the Wandering Gamer. Put together a quick build video for you. Really I'm just showing you my components and I'll show you the completed product. I won't actually be building this on camera. I'm not really set up for live tape coverage or live production, so pardon the poor quality of this video. I started with an H97N Wi-Fi from Gigabyte. It's the ultra durable version, and I really like the onboard AC Wi-Fi that it has. It has lots of USB 3 connections, and it is a mini ITX board. As a wandering gamer, I need something really portable, something that'll fit into a rolling carry-on case with room to spare. So I chose the DIYPC HTPC-Cube. It accepts a full-size ATX power supply and a full-height video card, which are important to me. The power supply I used is the smallest Gold Plus I could find, CS450M from Corsair, and I've used more Corsair power supplies than any other brand in the case builds I've done, so I feel comfortable going with a Corsair. And then the video card is the new Gigabyte GeForce GTX 970 in their ITX form factor. I was really torn between the MSI GTX 760 and the Radeon, I guess it is an R9 270? Yeah, it was an R9 270 in their ITX form factor, their gaming factor. But then Sapphire came out with their Radeon R9 285, and I just knew I was going to get that one because I've been an AMD fan for like 15 years. I've been an MSI fan for about 15 years too, but Sapphire was pulling me away with their R285 ITX. But then when Gigabyte pulled out the ITX GTX 970, I knew that I was going to have to go that direction. There was just no other good option. The RAM that I'm using is probably the best RAM I've ever used, from Corsair Vengeance Pro series at 1600 speed. Although I could get faster RAM, because the H97 board is not overclocking friendly and my CPU does not overclock, I didn't really need to go faster than 1600 because I won't be pushing it. Now, a gaming system that doesn't overclock might sound strange to you guys, but I have to contend with something that's lightweight and something that's low powered and something that's very cool running. So I'm using a discrete graphics card, so I don't need on-chip graphics. And not overclocking and no need for on-chip graphics means I can use a Xeon and save a little money over an i7. So my Xeon E3 1231 V3 goes at 3.4 gigahertz with a 3.8 gigahertz boost. It has 4 cores that multi-threads or hyper-threads up to 8, so it runs just like an i7. It just doesn't have 2 features that I don't want to pay for, and it costs about the same as an i5 that still has features I don't want, and it only has 4 cores without multi-threading. And since I'm going to be using this not only as a gaming system but also as an on-the-road rendering system, I needed those extra threads. As you see, my boot drive is a really simple PNY 240 gigabyte SSD. This is the second one of these I've bought. I liked the first one so much that I bought this one again, and I think I spent 95 bucks on it, which is 30 bucks less than the first one I bought. And the prices on SSDs are really dropping quick, so you can find some good deals. I'm also using an old 1 terabyte platter drive that I've had laying around, at least for the time being. I need something big to put the videos on, you know, unrendered and rendered videos can take up quite a bit of space. But I'll eventually replace that one with probably a 4 terabyte or maybe even a 6 terabyte version. It barely fits into this small case, as you can see. Here's what the case looks like with the motherboard in it. As you can see, it is really tiny. I believe the case is 7 3/8 inches wide, 10 1/8 inches tall, and 11.5 inches long, including the little plastic expansion port bracket cover thing, which is fine. It will easily fit into a rolling carry-on case. I believe US Airs is the most restrictive carry-on size, and it's 9 inches by 14 inches by 20 inches. American Airlines allows you to carry something slightly bigger. I believe it's 10 inches wide and 22 inches long. but since I do occasionally travel on US Air, I'm going to use the more restrictive size limit. Once you put the power supply and all the wires in there, you can see that it gets really cramped really fast. There's practically no room in here for wire or cable management. The SSDs fit in the bottom, but unless I had either a reverse 90-degree connection or a straight connection, I couldn't put the SSD down where it belongs. I have to kind of let it dangle for now. I'll order one of those cables or maybe pop down to Best Buy and pick one up. The 3.5-inch drive fits on the very top, and it's not secured very well. It dangles a little bit and blocks some of the air from the graphics card. Right now I have a piece of eraser crammed in there to give it about a 1/4 inch space. And then the screw holes don't line up perfectly. I had to remove the extension cord connection from the back in order to connect the screw on that side, and then the opposite screw on the other side won't line up at all. So I'm not really happy with the build quality of this thing if you try to use all of the features. On the outside it's beautiful. It's brushed aluminum, anodized black. The back where the fan and the I/O shield are steel, so the Wi-Fi antenna, which is magnetic, can just stick there and it doesn't really block much airflow from the fan. I'm really happy with this case for the most part. I think the next iteration, if they improve the quality control a little bit, it'll be even better. So that's my build. Maybe I'll see you on the road. Don't be afraid to say hi, and I'll see you later.